So good morning, everybody on the line here. Today is April the 21st, and the weather is awesome. And other than the cloud cover, it makes us a little tired, but other than that, we have beautiful weather. And so I see everybody's on the line here. We've got a great group this morning, a great group that's also going to be probably a lot of people here. We're going to be coming down tomorrow to Georgetown, and I'm super pumped about it. There's nothing better than just getting together, sharing ideas, sharing thoughts, collaborating, getting the blood flowing, knowing that you're not out there alone, knowing that you're not out there alone. And I think everybody on the line here, which we've got a great, which I've been trying to do too, nothing against people in other towns and in other areas and stuff, but we've got a great group here of people that are in the Central Texas area and the Texas area, so we can build this up, and grow it and be local and kind of get some hands on. So for those of y'all that are brand new here, I am Keelan Johnson. I am a real person. I am at my home office today. So I will show you that I'm a real live person here. Hello, 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 hello. And this is my home office with my animals on the wall here. And I'm a real person. So I'm going to turn it off for right now. But because some of y'all will see me tomorrow. Good morning, Gerardo. But I have been in the insurance business for 22 years. It's kind of like George said. I think I finally got my continuing education exemption. A little bit about me. I have started cutting my teeth in the insurance business 22 years ago with a company called Pennsylvania Life, and I was doing long-term disability to self-employed people and life insurance. And then I got the opportunity to take over a farmers insurance agency in Brady, Texas. So I did the farmers agency deal. Then I sold it because we were kind of landlocked, and I took over an insurance agency for a bank, and we had about 6,000, 7,000 policies. So we were independent. We wrote through all the carriers or the main carriers. And then I moved to Central Texas, where I become the assistant district manager for farmers again and a business consultant. So I've had my P&C, my property and casualty, my life and health, my Series 6, 63, 24, those things. And then in 2016, I had to move towns because my now ex-wife had different plans for her life. So that left me in a situation where I had to decide. And I had to decide something, and I'm going to turn my video on because it's what I want to say is that I had to decide. I went one time to, the lighting's bad in here, but anyways, I went one time and I was like, hey, what is it? I've got my property and casualty. I've got my life and health. I've got my Series 6, my 63, all those things. But I took a little drive, a little 2-day drive just to kind of clear my head and see what was going on, what I needed to do. And I went to a restaurant, and I'll never forget it. And I sat in that restaurant and I said, you know what? What is it that every single person in this restaurant needs? I can do homeowners, I can do auto, I can do a little bit of everything. But what is it? What is it that I can do the rest of my career or life, whatever, and that's going to make an impact, make a difference, make money? What is it that I'll always have an audience? I'll always have someone to talk to. I'll always have an ear to bend. What is it in this industry that is out there? And I said, well, people are born. People pay taxes, we're supposed to, and then they pass away. And I said, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. I said, final expense. So I looked into final expense. I said, this stuff is good. This stuff is easy to write. It's good for the people. It helps people out. And everybody at some point in time in life needs it. We talk about building blocks, the building blocks of insurance, and how you've got IULs and ULs and VULs and term policies and those things. But the term policies only last so long, or you might outlive them. So, you might outrun them. A universal life policy, it's only as good as your investment or as good as the market's doing, on a universal life policy. Variable, it can go up and down. Indexed, it's got floors and ceilings. But at the end of the day, everybody can use and will use a final expense whole life $10, $15, $20,000 policy. And, there's nothing more satisfying to me personally than going out and even in the marketplace where we work in the middle to low income range families where we're helping them out. We're $60 a month is important. We're $70 a month is important. We're $30 a month is important, but also that $10,000, $12,000 policy so that their kids or their family doesn't have to come out with that money is what's most important. And some of y'all have written policies and been in the business and, as much as I have, or maybe more. But I've never gotten the satisfaction that I do when I write a final expense policy over any of the other insurances that I've ever written. We talk about this a lot. We're going to talk about it a lot tomorrow live. Live is that it's not a matter of like homeowners or auto insurance or commercial. It's like, well, if you get in a wreck, well, if you have a hailstorm, or if it rains, or if you pass away. Final expense is a matter of when, WHEN. It's just when it's going to happen, when you're going to pass away. We can't help it. So I thought, you know what? If we've got an audience and we've got a product and we can make money and we can help people and we can be proud, you're going to hear me again tomorrow preach about, are you on the front pew or are you on the back pew? When your people pass away, are you going to be happy and be hugging the neck of the family going, hey, listen, I took care of Papa or Mima or whoever? Or are you going to be in the back pew walking out the back door going, oh my gosh, I forgot to ask him. I forgot to ask him about a policy. Where are you going to be? Where are you going to be when that day comes? So, I always like to think about that. And that's kind of my why. That is my why I do this and why I am doing this. So, as I move along, I want y'all to know I get very passionate about this. And so just because I know how many people it helps and I've seen it work and I've seen it help people. So I just want to challenge you, if you've done it, but in the past, you understand what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you just get that feeling of we're here to serve people. I'm here to serve you, help you, serve other people, protect families, and serve other families. So thank you so much for sharing the time today with me and with us, because I think we can get a lot from each other. And I'm excited about our live training tomorrow where we can shake hands and hug necks and really we're past the COVID now. So that's a good thing. But today I just want to show you around a little bit. I want to take you on a little tour and a little drive through a toolbox or a tool shed. So if you can imagine today what we're going to do, imagine that we're all mechanics. We're all mechanics. And today we're going to walk into my mechanic shop that I've built, and we're going to look in some drawers. We're going to look at some tools. We're going to look and see turn them on, see how they work, because I think that's very important that you have a toolbox and a mechanic or a person to show you, how to fix this car, how to complete this car, how to work on this car, how to overcome objections, how to write the policy, how to pull that broken car into the stall and then pull it back out and make it run again. That's a little bit of an analogy, and I don't know where it came from. I think I made it up this morning, but I always wanted to build, a toolbox. And so this is, for right now, this is my toolbox, and I'm going to continue to sharpen this toolbox, expand this toolbox, work on this toolbox so that you can have the tools necessary and that you can get the tools necessary to work on that car and to take care of it. Okay. So if you have any questions, again, I'm going to type hello in the chat box down here. So if you want to chat, something, you can put it there. If you have any specific questions, you can either unmute yourself and ask. I like that shirt there, Billy. So, so if you have any questions there, ask them, ask away. So everybody, if you can use the chat box, put hi or hello or yes in there. Make sure you can hear me. I want to make sure you can hear me. Can you hear me? Hear me? All right, cool. Somebody said no. Anybody, can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. Perfect. So I got a yes there. So that means hopefully yes, that everybody can hear me. So right here, look at my training website here. This is finalexpenselife.us. So write this down. Okay, write this down, finalexpenselife.us. If you need me to, to actually get it to you, if you need me to email it to you, I'm going to try to copy it right here. And I'm also going to put it right here, a copy of this, to see if I can put it in to the chat box. So you look in the chat box, you can actually click on that link. You should be able to, or copy that link, and you should be able to go right here with me, or open it up on your phone, wherever you want to. But this is going to be a toolbox for now for you to go to kind of live in, to kind of relate to, or go look at. So I'm going to kind of show you in a helicopter approach, kind of quick this morning, not real in depth, because I want you to play in there a little bit too. All right, and I want you to look around and look here. So, final expense training. This is a how-to section. So every time I do a training, every Thursday, I record it, and then I have a YouTube channel. So if you have time, I know some of you. I think I spoke to Billy too. He's been watching some of these. These are some videos that I've done every Thursday. Now going on 12 months now, or 11 months that I've been recording them. How to complete a telesales application. Okay, a new agent training. This is an interview with another manager. The 5 whys. Why the 5 W's? I'm sorry, the 5 W's. The whys. Okay. Online application. How to present the product. What do I say when I'm in the house with someone? How to present. We're going to be going over that a lot, tomorrow also. How to brand yourself. How important it is to brand yourself. To be that final expense protector, to serve people, so that when people come around and they go, oh, what do you do? Then you can, George can go, hey, I protect people. Let's talk. Janice, I protect people. Gilbert, I protect people. Chris, Billy, Gerardo, I protect people. Well, how do you do that, Keelan? Well, I make sure that when that day comes for your family, that you're taken care of. You're not necessarily taken of, your family's taken care of. Your family's taken care of. And that's what's important. That's very important in this business, is that you're taken care of. Okay. How to upload the application in the portal with your phone. Okay. So we have our agent portal over here. And if y'all been in it, yes, cool. If you haven't, you will be. This is your landing page from the company. This is how you upload policies. So if you have the portal on your phone, you can upload the application straight from your phone, and you can upload it as a paper app right to your phone. I mean, right to the company from your phone. Here's a rate calculator. Simple, easy way to get rates. Here's the web app. Okay, here's the web application, which means you can type the client's information into the computer, whether you're with them or not, send it to the company, and then you will be able to do a phone verification or phone authorization and take care of the client. Okay. So that's your landing page there. This how-to section, I'm going to start recording some small clippets, like, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, on different things and how to do them, like how to submit a paper application, how to do a web application, how to look up height and weight, how to use the prescription medicine guide, how to determine whether someone will qualify for preferred, standard, or modified. Okay, so I'm going to start doing some of those clips in here for you to go, and when you have a question like, well, how do I do this? You're able to go right into that toolbox, pull out that tool, and go, here's how I use it. Here's how I do it. Okay, so I'm very passionate about that. So this section is going to get deeper and bigger as we go. How to sell a policy in person. I mean, this is the old standard way. Paper application. You gather your supplies, your presentation pieces, your funeral planning fact sheet. You've got some links to them right here. Also, gathering your supplies. I'm going to teach you too, tomorrow or the next day, how to order your supplies, how to go into the marketing tab, how to go in and order supplies, how to look for them. We have, again, for new people, we have our applications in English and Spanish. We have a simple security plan application in Spanish and or English. And all you got to do is, if you want them, you just click right here. You go in there and order 15 of them. You put them in your cart, and then you go check out. Okay. And then you go check out, and then they're sent straight to your house free of charge. Okay. So look around in there. There's some brochures here. We have all of our stuff in Spanish also, our presentation pieces, our funeral planning fact sheet, and all in English and Spanish. Okay. And again, I'm not going to go through those today, but if you want to see a presentation on how to present the product, here we go right here. Presenting the product. I just did one last week, as a matter of fact. So I did one last week. I did a presentation last week. So go in there and check that out. Or if you're going to be here tomorrow, then we will go through it together. Okay. So just want to provide a resource and a resource. So go in there and subscribe to this channel. And then when new videos come up, you'll be able to take a look at them. All right. Again, back to in person. Before COVID, all we could do was in person. Before COVID, we had to do everything in person. We could not do telesales app. Okay. But now we can do it. Guess what? Over the phone. Look at that. So we can do it over the phone now. So no matter where you're at and the client's at, you can write a policy for them as long as that client is in the state, okay, in the state where you were at, as long as they're in the state that you're licensed in. So for example, if I'm licensed in Mississippi, I can write a policy in Mississippi for someone. They just either need to be in Mississippi or Texas. They have to be on that soil. So just a little bit of tidbit there. They have to be wherever the client's at. That's where you need to be, that's where you need to be licensed at. Now, if they're across the border in Oklahoma and I don't have an Oklahoma license, they come across the border in Texas, I can write them because now they're on my soil. Now they're on my land. Rate calculator. So go in here and play around on the rate calculator. I'll show you a little flyby. For new people, basically what you're going to see is that we have 4 products, but our core product is going to be what we call Simple Security Plan. So SSP, Simple Security Plan, preferred, standard, or modified. So we have 3 levels, preferred, standard, and modified. I'll show you that in a minute. But if you go in here and click this is kind of how the calculator works. Now, I strongly suggest if you know how to save these things to your phone, all you got to do is go in here and I'll show you, see if I can pull up something here on my phone. Let's see if I can turn this around real quick. I'm going to start my video. So you see I've got an app right here. Okay. And this is my iPhone. You can see it. And then at the bottom right here, you'll see that little arrow. See the square with an arrow going up? The square with an arrow going up. That means I can click on that square with an arrow going up and it will save this website to my phone as an icon. So you can click on it and it will open it up. So I strongly suggest 2 things. I strongly suggest you put my training website, the finalexpenselife.us, and I suggest you put the rate calculator, and 3 things. And the agent portal. Put the agent portal also on your phone to where you can click on it and get to it real easily, because you have 3 things: the portal, rate calculator, and my training website. And if you're having a hard time doing that, if you're having trouble doing that, contact me. I'll help you walk you through it one-on-one. Okay. I'll help you do that because you're going to need those 3 things. So state, it really doesn't matter. All of our rates are the same across every state. So I'm just going to do a 65-year-old, $15,000, real easy, female, non-tobacco. Now we do have 2 riders that you can use. You can use a child rider, which the child rider will go actually up to $10,000. So you can write it up to $10,000, and you can write it, if you've got a pen and paper and you're writing this down, $10,000 up to age 18. And then they fall off at age 25, and they fall off at age 25. Okay, up to age 18, and then they fall off at 25. The accidental death benefit rider, I can match this $15,000. For example, if I've got $15,000 up here, I can go in here and put $15,000 here. I can match that on the accidental death benefit rider. Okay, that means, and some of you may want to do this because there's a lot of companies out there that are promoting that they can actually go in and provide $30,000. Well, they're not actually providing $30,000. They're just adding that accidental death benefit rider to it. And when they do that, it looks like $30,000. Okay. So it looks like $30,000 right there. So I can go in there and I can, I'm going to click these off because I didn't put anything there. I calculate it. Miss Jones, your premium is $65.79. $65.79. Okay. So monthly EFT is what we try to do most of the time. That's what it's what we write the most of. Why is it the better? Well, number one, the client, it's less expensive for the client by about $4 nearly per month. Number one. Number two, it stays on the books a lot longer because you get debit cards in there, you get credit cards, they get compromised, and then they lose the number, and then they have a new card come out, and then that card has a different number on it, and then the policy cancels. And the policy cancels because you can't draft off of it anymore. It's a bad card. So always try to get their bank routing number and account number. Y'all probably all know, but the routing numbers are public information. The routing numbers are public. So we get routing numbers and routing number and account number. And on EFT, you get advanced 9 months worth of commission. So you get 9-month advance on EFT on bank draft, and you don't get that on your credit cards. But you can take the monthly credit cards. We do take the Direct Express card, which is the Social Security card. We also, for brand new people, we write people with just ITIN numbers, TIN numbers. You don't have to have a Social Security number. You can have a TIN number, and we will write you. Okay, so that's very important too in some areas. So just know that. What if Miss Jones says 65.79 is too much, Keelan? Then all I have to do is hit this back to calculator button, and look this. I'll slide this button over here on use premium and type in maybe $50. Then I'll go back and calculate. And then I go, Miss Jones, for $50 a month, I want to make sure it fits your budget. But the cool part about it is that we can still get you a policy for about $11,250. Let me get exact on that. So I hit my back to calculator button again, slide this button over, and I put in what, 12,500. So $12,500. I calculate it, and it comes up to be $55.39. So for $55.39, we can do one for $12,500. Would that be okay, Miss Jones? Sure, no problem. Okay. So I just want you to see how I can toggle back and forth. I can solve for face amount, or I can solve for premium. Okay, but always notate this, very important. Always solve for face amount. Okay, always solve for face amount, because that's going to be the proper premium. That's going to be the correct premium. Okay, so there's a rate calculator in there in your toolbox. Okay, rate calculator in the toolbox. And then tools for you. This is where I wanted to kind of land a little bit today. I want to dig around in this box here in this area, because I think it's important for you to know what tools are out there and what we have to offer. Okay, so with Security National Life, we have 4 policies. Okay, the main core product that we have and core policy that we have is going to be the Simple Security Plan. Okay, that's going to be for ages 40 to 90, and that's what you're going to write about 90% of the time. That's what you're going to write about 90% of the time. Okay, so just focus a lot in the SSP, or Simple Security Plan. Okay, that's going to go up to $35,000. It's our most competitive plan. When you write a policy with a paper application, you do not have to call the company. You don't have to do a telephone interview or anything. You just send it straight to the company. When you do a policy over the phone, okay, when you do a policy over the phone, then there is a small verification at the end where you will have to get on the line and call the company, or do a 3-way call to the company, and they will ask a few questions. It's a pretty simple process. Okay, pretty simple process. Okay? So it's over the phone or in person, right? But here's the only time, and I'll show you in a second how and why. But if they're under 40, you're going to be doing the security care plan. Okay, so that's going to be ages 0 to 40 down here on that one. Also realize, if you have clients, we do have a 10-pay and a 20-pay life, so we can do that. Okay, so if you have somebody who's just adamant about paying it up, maybe they want a kid's policy for 10 years or whatever, just adamant about paying it up, adamant about getting 10 pay or 20 pay, we do have that opportunity available. Okay. And then we have your MIB plan. I'll show you a little bit in a minute how that works, but that's basically going to be our policy for people that are unhealthier, dementia, Alzheimer's, dialysis. That's for those type of people. Okay. Monthly increasing benefit. And it's a growing plan. It grows as the client puts in money. Excuse me, as the client puts in money and as we put in money too, it grows. And if the client passes away before the 3, 5, or 10-year period, then the beneficiary gets all the money that's collected, all the money that's grown in there in that account. Okay, so MIB plan. And then eye care, you're not going to run across this too much. We actually only go up to 30,000 on this. We just changed it. Oh, well, it's been a little while back. But that's going to be if you have anybody younger, like let's say scenarios, you have somebody 30, 35 years old, in that case in point, then basically what's going to happen is that they may want 10 or 15, $20,000 worth of coverage. So they might want a little coverage. But helicopter looking above from top down, simple security plan is going to be your go-to security care plan, SC, if they're under 40, you want 10 pay or 20 pay. MIB, unhealthier people, that's going to be a growing plan. And then the eye care plan, which is for younger people. Okay. So just want to show you that's right here in the toolbox. Okay. In the toolbox on tools for you. Okay. So hopefully there's no questions there. I'm going to move on. Our core product here is Simple Security Plan. We've come in here and really kind of just drilled it down, boiled it down. And this is what we came up with on Simple Security Plan. So this is a piece that you can send to people. You can print out for people. You can email it to someone if they need this. You can take it when you're on your out and about, whatever you want to do. It's a PDF and you can use it, okay, for your benefit. So we got ages 40 to 90. Mr. and Mrs. Jones, we go up to 35,000. Mr. and Mrs. Jones, we have day one coverage. So if you're a preferred or standard, you'll have day one coverage. When we do a paper application, we have no telephone interview. Okay. We check prescriptions only. Okay. So we're doing a prescription check only. So we're looking at medications. It's like Jerry Maguire, show me the money. It's like, show me your meds. Okay. So show me your medicines. Super competitive rates, guys and girls. We are very competitive in the marketplace. So with us, you're not going to find, a lot of shoppers on us, because we're very competitive on rate wise. Accidental death, I kind of showed you that. We have a child rider. All diabetics accepted. All of our diabetics that take pills, all of our diabetics that take pills, then they're preferred. Okay, they're preferred. A simple 2-page application. So we have a simple, easy 2-page paper application for those of y'all that haven't seen it yet. 24-hour underwriting. This is also crucial. When you get a policy into us before 11:30 Central Time, we process it the same day, and then we pay you the commissions the next day. So we're super fast on that. You choose the draft day, so you get to tell us when you want that draft coming out. Level premiums for life. I'm going to show you an illustration of my policy in a little bit, which makes a lot of sense. The premiums will never go up. And the benefits will never go down, level death benefits. We can never cancel your policy, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, and our policies accumulate cash. Don't leave the burden to your family. Let us write you a policy. Let us take care of you, okay? So this is a very good sheet that you can share with your people. It gives you kind of an outline, a guideline to go by when you're talking to people. Hey, this is what we do. This is what you do. I mean, if you can memorize this, you've kind of got the summary of what we do down. We've also have it for those of y'all that want it in Spanish. So you've got a Spanish one here too. It kind of shows you the bullet points of what we do. Okay. Rate book and underwriting. This is kind of your Bible, so to speak. We won't go here much. I'll show you a couple of highlighted areas where I want you to kind of look. But, with us, our simple security plan, you can see here we have a preferred, which is day one coverage. We have a standard, which is day one coverage. And then we have our modified. Try not to say the word wait. try not to say waiting period. That just kind of throws people off, because most plans for any company has, when you've got COPD, you've got chronic heart failure, you've got any of those big, issues, then they're going to be modified or graded, what you would call. Basically, the way that works is that if they were to pass away in the first 2 years of owning the policy, then the beneficiary would get all the money back and plus 10% additional coming back to them. So 10% on their money. Then on the 25th month, it will go to full face amount, If you look also right here, I have a lot of questions sometimes. You go, how much can we write on people? You can see the age bands right here. We do have an advantage right here over a lot of companies. We can write somebody up to 90. They need to be preferred or standard. We can write up to 90. Other than that, we go up to 85 on 10,000 here, okay? And then here in the lower groups, we go up to 35,000. So just know your age bands on these products. Okay, I'm going to see if there's any questions there. It looks like we're good to go. Those are the accidental death benefit riders. We talked about that. On the modified too, just also for brand new people, I'm hoping I'm not making you dizzy. On this modified, if they die in an accident, we will pay full face amount. If they die in an accident, we will pay the full face amount, so they won't have to worry about that graded portion of it if they die in an accident. Security care plan works a little bit different. I'll show you why in just a second. So our security care plan is like this. Again, our select and special. Select is the best. Special is what we call our standard. And then you have your limited over here. And that works a little bit different. So if you look at the payout there, you've got year one at 25%. So let's take example. Say you've got a $10,000 policy. Year one, if you pass away, you get 25%. Year two, 50%. Year three, 75%. Year four, 100%. Okay, so it's a little bit graded differently in that aspect. Okay, for that one. All right, and then you've got down here, you have your modified. It's at the very last here. And modified works a little bit like this. I'm gonna squeeze it down a little bit closer. So let's say right here in a modified, it's a growing plan. Let's say I've got someone that's in their 55 to 60, just say 60 years old. Okay, so they're gonna go down here and pay $60 a month for 10 years. Okay, pay $60 a month for 10 years. But look at this. Security National Life's gonna pay 25% bump, or basically you can say interest on here. So what is that number? Well, that is actually 25% of 60 is actually $15. So you got a total of $75 going in to this account every month. $75 is going into this account every month, into this bucket, so to speak. And it grows. And it grows for either 3 years or 5 years or 10 years. So you've got somebody on dialysis. They want $9,000 worth of coverage. They're going to pay $60 a month. We are going to pay $15. So $75 goes in the kitty here, and it grows in here, and it grows and grows and grows. If that person passes away before the 10 years is up, beneficiary gets the whole bucket of money. Okay. If the insured dies in an accident, beneficiary gets the full $9,000. Okay. After 10 years of paying on this thing, it's paid up, all good, no more premiums needed, and you have $9,000 worth of benefit. So it's a growing plan, and it accumulates money. In the younger years, if you have this plan, you got 42.8% money. Right here is 11% money. Right here is 2.5% money. Okay, so it's a pretty good way if you have health issues. Of course, we want to, number one, get you day one coverage. We would rather get you day one coverage. But if you have to, and we have to go to modified because of health issues, we still can get a policy down here on modified. Okay, just a little bit about, get a little taste on your tongue. Yes, George, we can write someone on dialysis. It'll be in the, good question. It will be on the MIB plan. We can write people on dialysis. Good question. Those rates are guaranteed, Janice. Those rates are guaranteed. Good question there. Rates are guaranteed. It's a policy. So height and weight, very important here, because here's the deal. When you write a policy over here in our web app, when you write a web app policy, okay, you can only write a web app on simple security plan. So what that means is that I want to make sure right here, I want to make sure that they fall within these guidelines, because here's the deal. If I get someone on the phone and they say, yeah, Keelan, I'm ready to do an app. And I say, well, how, all right. And I start typing it in and I get to the height. Well, I'm 5'8". Okay, perfect. What if they say I'm 292, 5'8" and 292? I'm like, oh, we can't do this over the phone. I have to come see you because you're too fat. No, you can't say that. I'll get in trouble. You can't say that. So, and then also you pretty much lose the deal. So here's the thing, always know, and I want to make it clear right here, you can always go in here and look at height and weight and make sure that the people, if you're writing a simple security plan, fall within these guidelines. 5'8", 262 preferred standard, 5'8", 280 graded. What if they fall over that? What if they're over 280? Then I can go in here at 5'8" and pull up the security care plan. If you look down here at the bottom, I can go all the way up to 355 on a security care plan and get them a plan for 355. What if they're more than 355? I can still go write them an MIB plan. I can still write them an MIB plan. Okay. So just know your height and weight charts, know where those are at. Okay. Because they're right here in the toolbox. Medications. It's very important here. The medication guide. So I'm on the computer here, and on this is a PDF. So if I want to look up a medication, I can go on a find right here. Did you see this button up here, the find button over here? And I can type in amlodipine, and look at there. It starts coming up, and I've got it right here, amlodipine in the bottom. And here's the thing. Oh, cool. If a person with us can take with amlodipine or blood pressure medicine, a person with us can have 5 blood pressure medicines and still get a preferred. Once they go to their 6th blood pressure medicine, they get modified. Angina, modified, okay. ADD, preferred. Multiple sclerosis, modified. Cancer, okay, so here's our cancer deal. If you currently have internal cancer, it's a decline. If you've been cancer-free for 90 days, it's a modified. If you've been cancer-free for 2 years, we can write a preferred policy. COPD, modified. Alcoholism, modified. Depression, preferred. Parkinson's, modified. Seizures, okay, if you've had a seizure within the last 30 days, we decline you. But if you just are on seizure medicine and you haven't had a seizure in the last 30 days, we can write modified. COPD, modified. We write people with kidney diseases, circulatory, okay. Alzheimer's is a decline, but we can write it on the MIB plan, okay. So you see a lot of these things here, like leukemia, right here, chronic leukemia, we can write them an MIB, okay? So it just kind of depends on what you're looking at, but get used to looking in here, get used to looking around. So yeah, so George says cancer-free, meaning no treatment or meds. So yeah, George, the question that we ask is that, hey, when were you cancer-free? When did you get deemed cancer-free? You can take preventative medicine, but and a lot of times, most of the things we find are breast cancer, prostate cancer, some of those that go away that you can cure. But the question is that how long have you been cancer-free? Yes, sir. So go in here and look at your medicines a little bit, because it will tell you, and the more you get used to it, and I will tell you for brand new people, don't worry about it. This will be your Bible. It will be there for you. And I'll be there for you. The company will be there for you. So you don't have to memorize this thing, because I'm here for you. And I really want to, your first 2 or 3, 4, 8 applications, I'll scrub them down for you. You send me a screenshot of them. I'll help you with them. we'll get it right. Because after a while, after your third or fourth or fifth application, you're going to be like clockwork. And why is this important? Why is this, very important? Because here's the thing. And I'm going to open my mind. So if I'm out and about and I see, Billy's right here, I'm just looking at Billy, but because he's on video. But if I'm out and about and I meet Billy at the auto parts store, we're both trying to get some windshield wiper fluid or whatever. We start talking. Hey, what are you doing? We're in line. What do you do? Blah, blah. Yeah. Well, I protect people and family. What do you do? Well, I do this, blah, blah. And I, we keep talking. I say, oh, by the way, do you guys, are you covered? Or you guys have a policy? And if Billy says, well, I've got COPD and I'm a diabetic, you probably couldn't write me. I'm not doing too well. I had cancer 8 years ago. I had a stent put in. You probably couldn't cover me, because there are a lot of people out there that have been turned down and declined for these type of reasons through a standard company, through a State Farm or Farmers or whatever. And they think that you can't cover them. They're like, you can't cover me. Never mind. But you know what? If I know this and I know this right here, and I'm looking at this, who can we write here? And I can positively say, no, we can write diabetics. We can write people that have bypasses, pacemakers, heart disease, kidney diseases, cancer-free, paranoia, schizophrenia, oxygen. We got people on oxygen, wheelchair, walker. If I'm confident about that, and I'm confident that I'm out there doing that, then I can clearly say, while I'm in a line at Napa Auto Parts, I can go, no, Billy, we write that. We can write you a policy. We've got you taken care of. When's a good time I can come out and see y'all or call you? We can get a policy. Just need to know what meds you're on, and it's pretty simple. Do it in 10 minutes and get you a policy and make sure that way, you're covered. That way, when you do pass away, there's money there. It can be taken care of. It's a good whole life policy. But if I don't have that air of confidence and I don't know what I can write, then I'm not going to be able to respond that way. Because if I do this and I'm just talking to Billy and I say, yeah, I don't know, I'll have to go, oh, that's a tough one. I don't know if we can cover it. I have to go look at my prescription guide and I'll call you back in a couple. I've already lost him. Like, he's like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't even know the company. And this is the biggest problem when you're in an IMO or with, and you write a bunch of companies, because you're like, oh, I think I have a carrier can do that. I can do that. I have to go look. People want somebody that's confident and can go, yeah, heck yeah, we can do that. I can write that policy up. I can take care of you. When's a good time we can come do that? That's what people are looking for. So I challenge you to go in there and look and be really slick at what we can cover and what we do. That way you can have that confidence feeling that, no, we can take care of you. And because you're going to pass those people and you're going to come across them and they're going to try to tell you that, hey, I'm uninsurable. And you can say, no, you're actually insurable. Okay. Because that's very important. So I wanted to provide that for you. And it's right here underneath, who can we write? Okay. Referral form, referrals. It's crazy. When I used to work for Farmers Insurance, we did a little survey one time, and I was the business consultant. So I called 10 of the last clients that my Farmers agents wrote, 10 of them. And I did this, and I said, hey, George, by the way, did you enjoy your experience? Yeah. We got a homeowner's policy or to boat or whatever it may be. And it was the agent, good and nice. Yeah, it was great. Had a great time. I said this, did the agent, or did they have not client, agent, did the agent ask you for referrals? Did you know that 8 out of 10 of those people, those clients said, no, they didn't ask me for referral. So I said, after that, my second question was that if they had asked you for referrals, would you have given them? He's like, yeah, heck yeah, I like that agent. I like that. I would have. So 7 out of 10. So our agents missed 7 out of 10 sales. They missed 70% of the time. They missed an opportunity to get 2 or 3 more clients, potentially clients, from referrals. And we all fail at this. We all get a policy. We're like, oh yeah, I got a policy. I got to hurry up and get it in the system. I got a policy. I got to hurry up and just scan it in. And you're like, I got to get out of here before they cancel, before they tell me they don't want it. I got to get out while the money's hot. and they can't back out now because I'm running out the door. You know, I go run, hurry, put it in the system before they say no, before they withdraw, before they bail out. I mean, we all are like that. It's just human nature. We're excited. So we don't want to mess with the rest of their family some reason. But people care. Listen, you've got their social, you know their date of birth, you probably know their kids' names, you've hugged their neck, you've drank their coffee, their coat, you've got enough information to set up a credit card, you know, and go off to Honduras and spend it. I don't know. They trust you. They trust you. So, hey, let's just simply, you know, here's what I do. I put this on the table and I say, hey, listen, you know, Maria, I'm going to wrap up here, but I want to make sure that you've got this. Okay. So if you don't mind, will you fill this out? Because I want to make sure I did my good job. Here's the second thing this does, everybody. It solidifies the sale. It solidifies the sale, which means this. If I ask you, okay, if I ask you on the phone and I say, hey, Janice, did I make you feel comfortable? Yes or no? Janice, are you happy with the protection I provided for you today? Yes or no? Did I answer all your questions, Janice? Yeah. Would you recommend me to friends or family or relatives? Yeah, heck yeah. Okay, perfect. Then write them down. I need 10 names, you know, but still, you know, you can get funny with them. You can laugh with them. But if they trust you and you did a good job and you built that rapport with them, they're going to give you some names because people want to do business with people that they do people with, if that makes sense. There was a lot of people in there, but they want to know, oh, I've got a policy with Keelan. I've got a policy with Billy. I've got a policy with Gilbert. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's the final expense guru. Chris is, hey, go talk to him. We've got 10 policies with him. Okay. That's when you become the professional. That's when you become the servant. Okay. But use this counselor evaluation form. It's a good one. It's professional. You can print it off or you can order some. Okay. You can order some on the website. And then down here also, this is very important. This is my illustration. So everybody on the line, you know, take a look at this. Also, if you're on the line here and you're a new agent with us, go ahead and write yourself a policy with us. It's very hard to go out and sell to people or serve people when you don't have a policy on your own, when you're not also a policy holder. Plus you get full commissions on. Some of you are going to be making money off this policy, you know, you're just going to be getting money back every month that you pay in. So it's like a free policy first year. So write yourself a policy. Plus, if something were to happen to you, your family has some money there. But look at this policy. I don't have my annotator on here, and I don't know. I wish I did. Let's see if I can find one. No, I don't have my annotator here. But anyways, you can look at this. So I pay right here, if you're doing notes, taking notes, I pay $410 for my policy. I've had it since I was 41 years old. Okay, I'm 47 now. All right, so I'm 47. I've had it since I was 41 years old. All right. So, exit. Hold on one second. Right here. So I've been $410 a year is what I pay. So you see my annual premium, you see my face amount. This is my policy from Security National Life. So $410 a year is what I'm paying on it. After 20 years, I'm going to do the fast math for you. After 20 years, I will have paid $8,200. That's $410 a year times 20. 8,200. So you can write that number down. One option I'll have in 20 years, because I'll be 61 years old. I'll be 61 years old, and go with me there. I can cash that policy in, say, I'm done with it. I'm out. I don't want to pay any more premiums. I want the money, honey. I could take my $6,053.20 and go to the casino, whatever I want to do. Now, at that case in point, in that scenario, I won't have a policy anymore. I'll just have my 6,000. Excuse me. So I have 6,000. So I can take that 6,000. Now, watch me closely. I paid $8,200. I cashed it in for $6,000. So what did I really pay in there? I really paid like $2,200, $2,200, okay, for this policy. Now that's option one. And I was covered for $20,000 for 20 years. What a great deal. Second option, I can take a loan out, so I can take my loan out. So if I want to take a loan out, I can take a loan out for $6,053. I can take it, and go buy a four-wheeler or whatever, and then repay myself whatever I needed to on the loan, take a loan out. Or my third option is I can do a paid up benefit. I can call the company up, and I don't want to get too detailed with this, but I can call the company up and go, hey, Security National, I don't want to pay my policy anymore. I don't need it, but I want to take a paid up. I want to take a policy paid up. So they will reduce it from 20,000 to 12,366. I take it, it's paid up. I put it in my sock drawer or wherever, in my safety deposit box, and I have a full paid up $12,366 policy, completely paid up and done. Okay. I never have to pay premiums again. So let's reverse this a little bit. I paid what? I paid $8,200 for it. So I paid $8,200 for it, and I got a $12,366 policy, and I was protected for 20 years for $20,000. Okay. Interest rate. Look at the bottom. Our interest rate on our policies are 4.5% interest rate. So that's a guaranteed 4.5% interest rate on our policies. Okay. So very good wheels, very good gears behind this. I've seen life insurance policies before. I've wrote with Farmers and Ohio National and many other companies, and a good 4.5% interest rate right now in the market for whole life is good. Okay, it's a good policy. It's very good. Again, I reverse back to what I first talking about this. A good, solid whole life policy. It's always going to be there. We always have options. You gain cash value, you have reduced paid up after a period of time, and it's always going to hold its value no matter what happens. These are old policies you find in shoe drawers, sock drawers, Meemaw, Pawpaw's house, that they paid on, and now you get to take that money and celebrate their life and take care of it. Okay. So very good policy, all the gears behind it. Why do I say that? Why do I show you that? It's not to show you about cash value. It's not to show you any of that stuff, at all. It's to say, hey, listen, I want you to have confidence in knowing that this is a very good policy. This is a very good product to be giving your people. Very good for them, okay? And very good for younger people, very good for younger people to take care of that, okay? And for it to be there on that. So the illustration of coverage is there. Again, download your state apps. If you have apps here, you can shortcut all the way over here. Other than that, you can go to your agent portal. Again, remember, and order your supplies. If you need my help on this, you can go in here and I will help you. So you've got applications, you get your language here, you get your state here, and then you go in here and order your applications. Okay. Here's some color-coded applications too, which will help you complete the application. I'm not going to go through an application today, and we'll tomorrow live, but then I've also got the training videos on a live application or paper application, and I'd be glad to help you walk through that also on a one-on-one basis. Beat the lead. Just look at this. But what I want to say about this, and we're going to dive into it tomorrow, and I've also got training videos on this. We don't know. Let me look here. I don't know on the line here how Billy, how Chris, how Maria, how Roxana, how Janice, how Gilbert, how George. I don't know how you want to be communicated with. Would you rather me call you? Would you rather me text you? Would you rather me email you? Would you rather me come by and see you? How do you like to do business? Everybody does business different ways, depending on our age, our gender, our ethnicity, our location. Everybody likes to do business in different ways. And what I've found out in working leads and working in the final expense business is that you don't know, but I do know one thing. You got to try them all. You got to try them all. When you're trying to get a hold of someone, or you're working leads, or you're working a client or a potential client, you got to be able to call them. You got to be leaving voicemails. You got a haystack over here. You see this word haystack? That is an application. So write this down. That is an application that goes on your phone where you can design. If you need help from me, let me know. You can design virtual business cards. So send them a virtual business card. Send them a copy of the lead. Send them your mugshot. Send them your face. Text them. people are texting more these days. They want information. They want text. They'll do business with you over text. It's just like communicating with them. Okay, do emails. If you got emails, so, people are using emails more than ever now, just because, the baby boomers, that was kind of their first way of communicating with people is emails. That was their first technology. So they're still on emails. So they love emails. Okay. So don't be afraid to email people. And then guess what? I know you hate to hear this, but you're going to have to go see some people. You need to go see some people, and you're going to have to knock on some doors and kick off some dogs every once in a while. You just got to see people. Okay. And so we have an app that's called Route for Me over here. It's a very good app that you can use to set up like 10 different locations from your house to go see, and it will optimize it all the way through those 10 locations and get you back home the quickest possible way. You just follow the map. It's pretty slick. It's pretty slick. And so as you also grow with us, as you grow with leads, you're going to receive 10%. And if you're brand new with us right now, you have to go write a policy within first 14 days. You need to write a policy within 14 days because you get lead credit. You get $250 worth of free money. You get an SNL shirt, and it's a pretty cool deal because you get that free lead credit. And then when you get ready to go buy telemarketed leads, you get ready to go buy direct mail leads, Facebook leads, whatever type of lead program you want to use, when you get ready to do that, then you have money sitting there because every piece of business that you write, we give you 10% of everything you write in what we call lead credit. So if you write $8,000 worth of business one month, we're going to give you $800 in lead credit to use. So you combine that lead credit with free money from the company, tax-free money with your money. We pay for half the cost of the lead and you pay the other half. So then you can do like a lead drop, 1,000 mailers in your zip code for $450. We pay $225 and you pay $225. You pay $225 for 1,000 mailers. You're going to get 10 or 11, 12 back. You sell 2 or 3 of them, you made $3,000, $2,000 or $3,000. So it only makes sense. But that tax-free money, that money that you accumulate from when you write with us, now you can go in and buy leads at half price Facebook leads, half price telemarketing leads, half price mail out leads, whatever you want. And we will design that for you. And depending on your territory. And then write this number down, put it in your phone, contact the company. That's your hotline. First of all, if you have any questions, first of all, call me. There's my cell phone number. Everybody's gotten a text from me. Everybody on the line here. So I'm sure we've done that, but email me, bug me, text me. But then if you need the company here, this is also the number you're going to be using. So when you actually call the company, if you do a web app, you're going to call the company afterwards and verify it or authorize it. Okay. So this is the number. So save this in your phone, put it in your contacts list, 855-765-4765, 765-4765. Okay. So that's going to be the phone number that you're going to use there. And then you got me down there. Okay. Join my Facebook page and my YouTube, LinkedIn. My Facebook page has a lot of good information on it. As far as I've got a business, it's a business Facebook page, and then I have a group called Final Expense in the South. And so I post a lot of new stuff on there, a lot of new content that maybe you want to share with your people, maybe you want to share with your contacts. Because here's the deal: you have to brand yourself. You have to brand yourself. You have to, be out there in the public and be somebody. You got to be that professional where they say, hey, call Gilbert, call Roxanne, call Janice, call Gerardo. He is the man, for Final Expense. And he is the person that can take care of you. Because I promise you, the average age of death is 77 years old. Okay. You've got 1,000 people in your phone. You got 1,000 people that you know. You got 2,000 people you know. You got people in your contacts list in your phone. I guarantee you have at least 200, 300, 400 or more in here. Half of those people are going to die before they're 77. Half of them are going to die before they're 77. And so are you going to be on the front pew? Or are you going to be on the back pew? Are you going to have them protected or are you not? How many people are we going to protect? When one day we have to count back and we look back, did we protect 2 people? Were we scared to talk to people? Or did we say no? I'm going to go tell people about this. I'm going to go tell people this is a good product. This is a good opportunity. This is a good plan. This is something you need and your family needs. Every one of you need it. Okay. And every one of your people need it. So they're going to die before 77. Are you going to get, how quick are you going to get to them? You're going to be on the front pew or the back pew. Okay. So I'm so happy. I've spent an hour with y'all this morning. I want to just show you around. Again, we're going to dive more into it. I'm excited to see the people that are coming up here tomorrow. I'm excited to see, the next time or the next time. I want to be here to help you. I'm here to help you. If a car is driving down the road and you're driving it, I want to be in the seat next to you or in the back seat, helping you get to that next destination. Okay. I want to be there to help you protect families. This is important stuff. 2 years goes by, 3 years goes by, 4 years go by. How many families are you going to protect? How many people are you going to take care of? Because it's important. Okay. I care about every single one of y'all. Thank you for joining me in my home office today. Thank you for jumping on here. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. This is recorded, so you'll have an opportunity to get the recording. If you need anything, I'm a phone call, a text away, and I'm here to help you. Okay, I promise you, I care about you, and I want you to be successful. All right. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Maria, and so much. We'll see y'all soon. And as I always say in Texas, adios.
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 Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.